Hi guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you VS Code shortcuts that I use every single day as a developer that has totally changed the way I write code and actually made my life much easier. Make sure to stick around till the end. Let's get right into it. So I'm currently on a Mac, but I'm also going to include shortcuts for people that are using a different operating system like Windows. The first shortcut I always use is actually a game changer on the way I write code. It's the Option plus arrow keys on your keyboard. For instance, you place your cursor anywhere you want to move less. For instance, I want to move this comment outside of this script. I simply have to place my cursor here and hold down the Option key and the up arrow key, and I can simply move it to anywhere I want inside the code. In this case, you don't need to cut or paste or all those other extra things that you would normally do in a case that you don't know about the shortcut. Another great thing is that it also works if you select an entire section of your code and you want to also move it around. You could select them, for instance, like this, and simply use the same shortcut keys to move them to any area of your code. That's another similar shortcut is the Command plus Option plus the arrow keys up or down, which can allow you to duplicate your cursor. As you can see here, I am pressing down the Command plus Option and the down arrow key. If I also go ahead to click on the up arrow key, it just places the cursor either upwards or downwards. Another related shortcut is the Option plus click. If you want to have your cursor on multiple places on the screen, like it's perfect from where you want to type the same thing in multiple places. So you could simply click on the Option plus click and you can place your cursor wherever you need it to be. Now this next shortcut is something that I found very useful. For instance, is when you want to rename things or variables in your code base and you know that you don't have the time, or it's actually a lot of work to go through each single one, or have to carefully go through your code so you don't miss out on any variable namings. You can simply select on the variable name or whatever exactly you want to rename across the entire code, and click on Command plus D, and this would go through all the similar names of the selected text one by one individually. But in case this is a case where you have select few that you need to change but not everything entirely, because if you wanted to change everything entirely, you would simply click Command plus Shift plus L, which would go ahead to select every instance of that variable in your code. Another amazing shortcut I use to create duplicates of a specific section of the code. For instance, if I wanted to create multiple divs containing exactly the same content, I will simply highlight and click on Option plus Shift plus the arrow key either up or down, and it would go ahead to create as many duplicates as I like. Oh, and a quick shortcut that I'm sure a lot of people might know about this, but it's also something that can help you to easily comment out sections of your code without having to manually type in the comments. All you have to do is to select the block of code that you would like to comment out, and click on Command plus / and this will automatically comment out that area. You could also click exactly the same thing to uncomment it. This works with every language: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python. VS Code automatically figures out the right comment syntax. Another set of shortcuts I often use to find my way around VS Code are the Command plus P, which lists out all the files. When you're working in a code base that is actually has a lot of files, maybe 50 plus or 100 plus, and you have a difficult time having to locate each of the files every single time, you could simply click on the Command plus P and type in the name of the file, and you could easily find them here. Another shortcut for searching is inside a specific file. If you want to find a specific name of a variable or any specific text inside the file that you would like to locate, but it's actually maybe 1,000 lines of code or 800 lines of code, and you don't know exactly where to find it, you could simply click on Command G or Command F, and you could type in name of whatever you would like to find, and you could easily click on this arrow right here to find and replace. You could simply type in the new name that you want to replace it with in here, and either preserve the case if you wanted to use the same casing. I'll click on replace all, and it will replace all of them automatically. So these are a few of the shortcuts I use inside VS Code every day, and truthfully they have really helped me in the way that I write my code and actually made things easier. As a bonus, here are a few other shortcuts I use inside VS Code that you could also find helpful. The first one is the command plus backslash. In case you want to show a file side by side, you can simply click on it to duplicate the file that you are currently in, or you could open up a different file right in this area here. Another shortcut is the control plus backtick. This quickly opens up the terminal for you, so you don't have to manually look for it. It easily opens it. You can also click it to close it out. So inside the terminal, I've always complained about having to use the arrow keys to move my cursor, and when I found out this next shortcut, it actually really changed my game inside the terminal. And it goes like this. In an instance where you have a lot of text inside your terminal and you would like to move to a specific section of that text or command to either change it or delete it, in a normal instance you would have to move your cursor this way. You would have to painstakingly move your cursor like this, but when you click on the option, hold down on the option key plus click, you can simply move your cursor to wherever you want to move it to in your terminal. So these are a few shortcuts that I use inside VS Code every day, and if even one of these was new to you, you will definitely thank yourself for learning it. Drop a comment if you think there's a shortcut I missed. I'm always looking out to learn new ones, and if you want to see more stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Bye.